So see how her goal would make sense if I said, here, go do this and you're going to get stronger. Well, she doesn't want to go get stronger. She's a professional dancer. Does that make sense? So here are some options, some different samples of what a FITT plan looks like. And so the top one is if you want to build muscular strength, it would look like that. And these are just samples, and it's in your package, but we're going to get more specific. The second one is muscular endurance. The third one is flexibility. The fourth one is body composition, so somebody that just says, I want to lose body fat. And then the last one is anaerobic. Does anybody know what anaerobic would be for? Anaerobic is slow twitch or fast twitch muscles. Which one? Fast twitch muscles. We talked about that last week, right? So who would want to work on anaerobic FITT plan? Who would that be for? Who?
Sprinters.
Sprinters. Good. Receive football players, right? Good. So anaerobic is more sports related. Fast twitch, quick reaction. You know, football plays an average of 6 seconds, so we want explosive, fast movement. So that's an anaerobic FITT plan. Okay. So you see how those are just on this page. There's 5 different plans, right? Based on what your goals would be. So you can use this as a sample, and then on the far, and then if you look at this too, this is your frequency, intensity, time, and type. Okay? So the type is what are you going to be doing? Like you said, you're sprinting, jumping, all right? If I'm going to play basketball, I want to be able to sprint fast, I want to jump high, right? So sprinting, jumping, flexibility, you're going to do static stretching, all right? So there's different stuff for based on what your goals are. All right, this is what your textbook recommends for your fitness plan for different options as well. Cardiorespiratory endurance, muscular strength, muscular endurance. All right, this is in your textbook if anybody got it. It's also on the blackboard. So again, some other options. And then for those of you that are thinking about going to the military, or those that just are curious, this is the actual Army FITT plan that they use. So when you go to boot camp and you get out of boot camp, they follow this routine, which they actually do a FITT plan. So you can see how even though I'm teaching a FITT plan to you guys, other people are using this in real life. Okay. And you can see the frequency, intensity, time, and type. And again, they have different options too. It's the soldier working on muscular strength or endurance, flexibility. So basically, this is what would happen in the military. If somebody flunks their PT test, their physical training test, and they fail it in muscular endurance and they're running, they would put them on a program like this. And they would follow that. Does that make sense? All right, and then what is your 1 rep max? We did this, right? We went to the gym, so we've got this. We're ahead of the game for this. We did your 1 rep max for chest press and leg press, and we did what's called a theoretical max, which means what? What does a theoretical max mean? Somebody. Maximum weight you can lift safely. So a theoretical max means if I can lift 100 pounds 10 times, my max is not 100 pounds, right? Because I did 10 times, right? So my max is probably 170 pounds once. So a theoretical max is a way of lifting weights and finding out what your max is without hurting yourself. Does that make sense? And that's why we did that in the gym a couple weeks ago, so we can use those numbers to help us make our plan. And then here's the theoretical max chart that you guys have seen. All right, here's the overload principle. So I think you were just asking me this, right? You were just asking, about the overload principle. You're like, how do I increase 10%? So sometimes with overload principle, you can try to kind of trick your muscles into saying, okay, if your max is 150, right, and you want to get to 160 by the next week, but you keep getting stuck, well then you can go back and change your set and your reps. Okay, so if you were doing 100 pounds sets of 6, well maybe you do 90 pounds sets of 10, right? You're lowering the weight you're stuck on 160, you're like, I'm trying to increase by 10% to 165 next week.
Stop at 160
3 months ago. Okay. So here's what we need to do then. We need to adjust we need to look at this theoretical max chart, right? And you look at 160, find out where 160 is at. And on here, it says 160, you can do like 128 pounds. I'm going to show you what the cursor is. You do like 128 pounds 8 times, and that would be 160. So if I'm stuck at 160, I'm going to do 128 pounds 9 times. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're actually doing more than 160. But your mind is telling you you can do 128 pounds, right? You're just doing it more reps. But a theoretical max of 160 is 128 8 times. So if you do 128 9 times, boom, you're doing more than your max. Does that make sense? So specificity, this term refers to like anaerobic fit plan, like specific muscle groups, okay? So like I said, if you are, training to be a football player, like Franklin said, or a dancer, you're going to train different muscle groups. And also this is used for if you have an injury. Let's say, like I tore my ACL, so my specific workout routine might be different than somebody else's because I want to improve the strength in my knee. Okay, so I'm going to do more knee activities, more leg stuff to improve my knee circulation, my knee flexibility, my range of movement, of motion for my knee. And somebody might have a shoulder problem, does that make sense? So the specificity refers to specific muscle groups, like this is talking about squats and lunges. I would do squats and lunges to improve the flexibility of my knee, but if somebody has a shoulder injury from softball or something, you're not going to do squats and lunges to help your shoulder, right? You're going to do different activity to do that. So it's a different specific activity. And then progression is, we talk about as a person's fitness level improves, we just talk about this. You don't need to make adjustments to the exercise program if you can't progress, okay? So that means you have to lower the weight, but do more reps in order to improve if you can't improve on your max. All right, now here's where it gets down to creating your workout plan, okay? And now I'm going to ask you all in a second here, by a show of hands, who's going to do what. But so here's the different options. And like I said, oh, good. That's all right. Like I said, if you're in a gym, some of the gyms I've seen, they just say, hey, here, do this plan. And then this other lady comes in who's 90, and they say, do this plan. And another kid that comes in who's 12, they say, do this plan. It's the same plan. That doesn't make any sense to me, right? So I want you guys to look at this chart, all right? And we're going to talk about this more. But blue is like, okay, I want to train for a marathon. I'm not interested in gaining any muscle. I don't want to get stronger. I don't really want to lose weight. I just want to be able to run forever, all right? So you would choose blue. The purple, we're talking about red next. The red is, I want to get jacked. I want to get stronger. You guys see Danny back there, my buddy Danny? See his muscles? He's doing red, see? So, he's on the red program. He's just trying to get stronger. All right, so if you want to just get stronger, which means you want to increase muscle mass, you don't want to necessarily I hear a lot of people say, I want to gain weight. Well, you don't really want to gain weight. You don't want to just eat garbage at McDonald's and get a beer belly and gain weight. You want to develop muscle mass. Muscle weighs more than fat, so if you increase your muscle mass, you're going to gain weight. Okay, does that make sense? But you don't want to just gain weight and eat a bunch of garbage. That's not going to do anybody any good. So this is, red is if you want to get stronger. All right. Now purple is, I would say, what the majority of people choose. This is like, I want to get lean. I want to do a little bit of both. I want to get a little bit stronger, but I want to cut weight too. Okay. I want to just basically get in shape. All right. Like spring break's coming, and they're like, Coach, I want to get my beach muscle. show of hands, who in here is probably going to choose purple? Raise your hand. What about blue? And then what about red? Okay, good. You see how there was different ones, right? We have maybe half the class do purple and 25% do red and blue. So in a normal gym situation, they would have gave you guys all the same program, right? But so we're going to break it down, and you see how these are different. If you are purple, your intensity levels are less because you want to do more reps, okay, at less weight to get. You don't want to really get real jacked, okay? You want to just get in shape and toned up, right? But red, your intensity levels are more and your reps are less, okay, if you're going to get stronger. And I'll show you each one individually. So this is the purple. Again, if you're purple, raise your hand. All right, so this is the one you guys need to write down. You can take notes on that paper, or you can just highlight that paper if you want, but this is what your workout plan, when you turn it in, if you're purple, this is what it needs to look like. Okay? You see on the top, I did it for you. I wrote 40%, 60%, and 70% times 12. Full body workout, and I'm going to show you what that looks like in a second, but okay, that's beginner and novice, 40 to 70%. If you think you're more advanced, then you can go 60%, 70%, 80%. And now you're like, well, what's that mean? So we're going to use 100 pounds as an example because it's easy to figure out. So let's say 100 pounds is your max. That's your 1 rep max. We were just talking about finding your theoretical max. Let's say it's 100. All right? So 40% of 100 is 40 pounds, right? So your first set, you're going to do 40 pounds times 12, then 60 pounds times 12, and then on your third set, 70 times 12. Okay? You guys see how that works? And if your max isn't 100, you're going to have to do, let's say it's 150. You're going to have to do some math. You're going to have to do 150 times 0.40, 150 times 0.60. Does that make sense? And it'll tell you what you're going to do that day. All right, so this is the purple group. Now again, if you feel like you're more advanced and you want to get toned, then your numbers are going to look a little bit different. It's going to say 60%, 70%, and 80%, okay? And you're going to do 8 to 12 reps. What that means is you're going to try to get 12, but if you can only get 8, that's fine. Like on your third set, you're really tired, you got to at least get to 8, but try to get to 12, okay? That's what it means by 8 to 12 reps. So that's purple. Okay, blue. Blue's on the top, it's a little misleading to get toned. That's a misprint. It's like a marathoner type thing. Okay, blue is pretty simple. Blue is you just do 50%. You start with 50% of your 1 rep max. So if your 1 rep max again is 100, you're just doing 50 pounds. And now again, we're going to increase this 10% every week. But this is your starting point. All right? And you're going to do 100, or you're going to do 50 pounds of 100 to max. 50 pounds now. See how it's different though? 15 to 20 reps. All right? So we're doing less percentage of weight, but we're doing a lot more reps because you're just trying to stay lean, be able to run, right? You don't want to be doing a lot of heavy weight and be able to run a marathon. It's pretty tough if you're like The Rock, like Dwayne Johnson, all jacked up running a marathon. It's pretty hard for that guy, you know? So this is who's blue again in here? Raise your hand. 1, 2, so a few of you. So this is what your workout will look like. So when you turn in your workout plan, it needs to say set 1, 2, and 3, 50% of whatever your max was, 140 or whatever, 300 for this guy probably, right?